Ready to go, Leon?
Alright. 7 o'clock, everybody would rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Brad, do you have a report for the council at all?
Not really.
The replacement vehicle that we budgeted for, we approved that to get on January 1st, or the next day that they're open, after the 1st of January. So, approved that. Ryan, did you have anything for the council?
I'm not.
No? Okay. Minutes from last meeting.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor to approve minutes, raise your right hand. Okay, that's everybody present.
What do you want us to sign?
Back.
On the
Yeah, I know, but it's full.
Oh.
On the sides?
Yeah, it's fine. Anywhere you can find.
Okay.
Anywhere you think.
Okay, the bills.
Yep. Warrants over $500 are Baker Tilly for $1,039.31. Braitman's for $602.99. Chemical Surfaces for $4,006.20. CNI Fiber for $950.60. Colonial Life for $2,217.06. Motorola Solutions for $8,016. Nationwide for $973.10. Peerless Midwest for $44,206. TNC Concrete for $3,600. And WM Corp for $1,579.33.
Well, what's the video for Motorola? What's that? What
Those
we're
are
doing?
those are Brad's.
That's our lease program for our body cams and our car cameras
Oh,
body
okay.
cams.
per year.
Wow, okay. Do you have to have those on anytime you're out?
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
Second.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. Okay, that's everybody present. Kevin, you have anything else to present?
Just the computers.
Okay.
These are from, I just went on Best Buy and went on there for those. I think that's where Caleb buys stuff anyway. I already have the tax ID stuff set up, so we can just buy them directly and have Caleb set them up. We have 2 Surface laptops on there, one for the mayor, one for Ryan. They get more functionality out of their computers, so they plug them into desktops and use them outside of the meetings. So there were 2 new Surface laptops for them. On there are iPads for 5 council members and the 2 Board of Works members that we're gonna replace, or that we would like to replace. Your guys' the tablets you guys have now with these. The idea being that you guys mostly use your computers for emails and meetings, and that an iPad, talking with Caleb, the IT guy, that the iPads would be sufficient for you guys, for what you guys do, and a little bit easier to operate, easier to get into, nice, the security on them, you're not, you have nice 4-digit code you can get on them, and a little bit simpler for you guys to use. And
Cheaper too?
and about half the cost of the surfaces, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So, and that'll come with a keyboard case like that's on the picture there.
So is it this one or the other one we always looking at? Is it,
That's the case.
So, yeah.
oh,
That's a keyboard case. It'll be something just like this. The iPad pops into the case, and then you have the keyboard
Oh.
to use.
okay,
So,
okay.
So what, well, hopefully we can figure out how to get these re-imaged and maybe get credit for these.
I-
Yeah, that's why I was wondering if we
Yeah.
could,
I think Ryan, were you saying something about using them over at if there was a new water tower or something too that we'd be able to repurpose them to?
Kayla said the services can't be used out there.
Oh, did he?
That environment would be pretty rough on them,
Yeah.
I think, probably.
But the idea is that we have money in the budget that's in for computers and hardware this year, and then the computers for the water plant, the treatment plant, and Brad's computers at the police station, that they're all up to be, after 4 years or 5 years of use on these computers, that they're all up to be replaced. So the idea would be that we would replace your guys's this year in the spring, and then right after the new year, whatever they need replaced, let Caleb get with these guys and get theirs replaced out with the.
I think the
Next year.
iPad would be a good move.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
a frustrating thing.
It's nice and simple. You guys log in. You guys can get in on them easy. It's not like you guys are doing a ton where you guys need. You guys
No.
will still have the case where it has the keyboard on it. So if you guys need to reply or say something more than yes or no, you can type easy without having to use an on-screen keyboard and stuff like that.
oh,
And they're-
really? Okay.
Easier for data management and stuff like that for Caleb to keep track of. You guys aren't going to be able to install, not
So
you guys,
Caleb will
but
be installing everything once we
Ca-
get them?
yeah, we'll get them set up. Caleb will come and set everything up for you guys and basically hand them to you guys like he did these.
You'll put the security and all that on them.
Yeah.
Great.
So there's a sheet in there for those. These were when I had sent you those. That was I think Friday when I screenshot those for the prices for all this stuff. I think the iPads were on sale. Then I didn't buy them because I didn't know if you guys wanted to do this, so I didn't buy anything. But I think they're on sale now. So if you guys want to approve a certain amount, if you guys want to do it, approve a certain amount, and then I could either get them or wait. With Christmas coming up, that they might be back on sale again, and we can get them at the sale price or maybe even lower.
So this isn't the sale price?
That is the case. So right here, the Surface one is not a sale price. That's regular price. The iPad case and the Apple Care, these are all not sale prices. Or these are all not sale prices. The only one is this iPad for $6.99 that they're normally $7.99.
And you think they'll get, and that's what they are right now?
No,
No.
they're back to $7.99. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and
So-
I think the surfaces are now $14.99, the normal price.
Are they?
I think, if they are normal price.
So,
Back up,
well, I don't. This isn't on sale. This is just what it is.
yeah. Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we want to approve up to that amount and then
Yeah.
try to wait till they're on sale again, we could always do that.
okay.
But I think getting them this year, and then that way it allows these guys to be able to get their computers next year.
See, we need approval from the board to do that, right?
If you guys want to, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's like
I'll move.
$10,000.
I move that we approve it.
Terry's moving, I second.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. That's everybody present?
Okay. That's all I had. And then we'll get with Caleb after we get these purchased and have him set them all up for you guys. That way you guys can turn these in and we'll see what we can do with these.
Okay.
Maybe try to get some money back for them. I said eBay, put them on eBay, sell them on there as a bulk. you know, maybe try to
He
get,
would wipe them clean, of course.
yeah, he would wipe them
Image
clean.
them, yeah.
Well, I think he's certified in certain levels
Yeah.
of tech security, being that he does government stuff, that because he's gonna have access to information more than just a regular company. So he knows how to get them wiped clean completely off of there and get them, and then maybe we can package them up and just sell them as a deal of whatever, 10 of them for, you know, $2,000 or a couple thousand, try to get, you know,
That'd be
a
nice.
nice little chunk of money back.
Yeah, that'd be
But I mean, you gotta think they're pushing 4 or 5 years old, so I wouldn't expect
Get much out of them, yeah.
technology. I mean, they're probably outdated 3 years ago. You know what I?
Really?
Well, yeah, I
And
mean,
you can't buy update the Microsoft?
you can, but you're still limited. Once hardware is in
In
a
other words,
computer,
if I wanted to buy one of these, you're saying,
it's going to be very cheap. Yes, today. If you wanted to buy this right now, it's going to be very cheap. They don't sell this anymore, anyway.
really?
Well, they'll sell an updated version. They're not going to sell
I don't even know what brand
This
this
is probably
is.
a $300 Surface today.
No,
Not even that?
I wouldn't think so.
No?
That's why I said package them up and try to sell them as a group
Yeah.
at a good price. That's probably going to be your
Yeah,
best.
these
Because
two
I've
are
been
probably- these
wanting
three
a
are probably
laptop.
little bit more than normal, but yeah, these little ones are. Yeah.
You might get some.
But what,
school-
you don't know what the brand is?
It's made by Microsoft.
These are
Right.
It's a Microsoft Surface, yeah.
Okay, well, I'd be interested in buying one, if you would sell it for nothing.
Or nothing.
I'll give you $1.
So,
All in favor?
Raise it 50 cents.
should take mine too.
Yeah,
Alright,
you know,
so that's a done deal.
But I think the iPads are a good idea. Like I said, it's a little bit simpler OS to use. There's not going to be a bunch of extra stuff on there. And not only that, but I think with the operating system, I think you'll be able to get longer use out of the iPads as well. I think they're
really, okay, that's good to know.
Windows, I mean, there's more functions that Windows does. I mean, look at all these different apps and stuff you have on here. There's more you can do, and the operating system is more heavy.
User-friendly?
It's more no. The
Oh.
Windows is more heavy. There's more processes going on. An iPad, you have your screen. You open one app. That app is open. That's what it's running.
The
So
thing that's good about having this, for me, is that it's my desktop too. And
Yeah.
And when I go places, I'll still have all my files and.
Right, right. Cause you're gonna get something different though, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get another one of these.
Right.
yeah, an updated version of those. And like you said, there's more RAM. There's double the amount of RAM that's on that.
Yeah.
So I think this is the one you have now is only 8, and this one will be 16. So
Nice. Okay. Sounds good.
that's all I have.
Okay. Thanks, Kevin. We have a few audience members in here. How you doing?
Good.
Did you wanna, ask a question or present something, or?
We just thought we would come by. We actually bought the restaurant at the end of the road.
Oh,
good.
good.
I'm Marty Shanks.
We've all been talking about it.
Yeah.
I heard that a lot. Marty Shanks. Marty Shanks, yes. And this is my wife Melanie. But we thought we would come and we like to become civilly involved as well, even though we live out of town, but we're just a little north here,
Okay.
but yet now that we are here as business owners, then we thought we would come meet everyone and
Great.
thank-
Yeah,
thank you for allowing us to come and be a part of your town.
thanks for coming.
Thanks. Thanks
I've
for
been hearing
reopening.
good things. My
Yeah,
neighbors
thanks for
have been.
reopening.
We will do
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much to not disappoint, I promise. We will try very
So
hard.
what are you putting in there? Can you tell us?
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna change it up just a little bit with, still breakfast, lunch, and early dinner, so we're not gonna shock anything there. But I've been around the restaurant business for 37 years,
Wow.
chef for 20-some. But, my retirement plan has always been to have a small diner, in a small town. And so this one approached it, and so we decided to go ahead and continue this. This will be our third restaurant that we've been involved in, so. And over since 2000 up until now, but, excited, but we're gonna do Char's Grill. So as it suggests, kind of off the grill, a lot of burgers and different wonderful things, chops and stuff, as well as smokehouse. So it's Char's Grill and Smokehouse. So that's the smallest part. I'm gonna build into that a little bit and see what you guys really need to keep price points in it as well and still give really high quality food, so. But I like to barbecue, so. All our
Great.
restaurants have that element in there for the most part so far. But yeah, so we're excited about it. But
Great.
We'll try to make you proud.
Good stuff. Good
And you
stuff.
brought your boss with you, that's
I did.
amazing. Thank you for coming.
Definitely,
So when do you
change
plan to
that
open?
actually, we're looking at between December 1st and December 15th. Because of POS systems we're gonna modernize a little bit to help expedite lunches and things, and we understand that there's can be some time constraints for people like that work in the offices and things like that in different businesses, that they might have a half an hour or thing, so our POS system will be adequate to help them be able to pick up their stuff a lot quicker. We want to institute down the road here slowly as well. We're gonna grow slow. I find it's always better because I wanna listen, I wanna hear,
Right.
and then respond. And then, that's always economically and feasibly more successful than just rushing into something and trying to change things while you're in the boat paddling really hard to keep things going. So delivery as well. We really wanna push toward
Really?
the delivery aspect of it so that we can service the community
That's
in
great.
a more adequate way as well. Because I'm familiar with your demographic quite heavily. So we want to treat the good people here with
Great.
what they need and the necessities that they would need to, that we can apply to them.
That's great.
Wonderful.
And actually Tiara and Steve
Oh,
are helping us
amazing.
along, so
Yeah,
that's,
I mean, and we made new
that's
friends.
a blessing.
So, yeah, this has been awesome
We're
because
kind of getting
Tara,
to know, what was done before and
Yeah.
trying to blend a little bit of our
So-
ideas with what was already going on. so.
exactly, so that's why I'm glad, but yeah, that's been.
So you're gonna hire back some of the
Some of
people?
them, yes.
Yeah, we're putting the band back together.
Yay.
Yes.
We've had
Great idea.
one major meeting with, meet and greet with all of us, so they can talk to us and see, if it's a good fit for
Get
them
some
as well.
feedback from them
We
too.
got, oh man, we came out of there pumped up.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
Yeah, so it's gonna be really exciting.
Well, everybody's happy that
Yeah,
you're coming
yeah.
in, I know that.
I'll get ahead of this just a little bit. The pie situation, we're into the heritage of this as well. And so I'm working on that diligently to make costs right so that I don't have to charge so much, but I can still do fresh home stuff.
Great.
That was at the caliber, maybe a little better.
There
than
used to
even
be
what you had
great
before.
pies in there, I
Mm,
would
Yeah,
think.
so maybe
they-
not
We
quite as
hear
big
about it,
selection,
no matter
but
what,
what we
like,
will have.
who we're talking about, we always hear, oh,
Yeah.
are you gonna do pies?
So
Yeah.
I got a few ideas, and I'm gonna run it past the good people of Woodburn, to find out what they would like, and try to accommodate those needs and that heritage.
Cherry rhubarb.
Yeah, one of my favorites, by the way. Yeah.
Really?
And it's really amazing with a brandy reduction, to be really honest with you, nice and warm over the top.
Really?
Little
What's
scoop
the,
of
what's the name
vanilla
of the
ice cream.
restaurant?
It's gonna be Char's Grill.
Okay,
So,
I thought
yeah.
you said that earlier.
Similar to like, if I was Char, and so we kind of pronounced it a little bit.
CHAR?
AR,
Mhm.
apostrophe S. Yep, and then
Okay.
Nice.
Smokehouse, it'll be a lot of fun.
Wonderful.
And we've got I haven't got my press release quite together yet. I actually was hoping to speak with some of you guys to help me, in regards to that as well. So,
What's that, hon?
the press release. I'll be doing a press release,
Oh, yeah.
here in a few weeks, and then I'll be doing another one, I'll schedule another one, for more. We're gonna do a very soft opening, we're gonna do friends and family as well, to experiment on everyone. Oh, thank you, sir.
What day is that?
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
We'll let you know, I promise, and, it'll be a fun event.
He's putting his reservation in
I can promise you
already.
right now,
So when we opened the first restaurant we did, we
it
actually.
was called the Flying Pig, it was in
Flying-
Grant County, 2000.
And we opened on Mother's Day,
Yeah.
and it was,
I got a little cocky.
yeah.
Um,
We had a line around the door, we're like, we're not doing it that way anymore.
Yeah.
I had 250
Nightmare.
head lined up at noon to come in to a 75-seat restaurant. It's the first time in my career I've ever had 75 open menus at one time with a green crew. I comped a lot of meals that day. I ate crow. I went on my apology tour. They forgave me. And then
Yeah,
6
well,
years
you
later,
live
they
and
were still very
learn, that's how you
successful.
learn.
Good.
Yeah, oh yeah, and it was fun. But they know me too, and they're like, yeah, we thought it was gonna be trouble, but I was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
No.
You might wanna join like Families of Woodburn if you're
Okay.
wanting to get the word out.
Yes,
That's a good way to do it.
that's wonderful.
Just get on Facebook and make your own website up too.
I'm the president of Woodburn Main Street.
Oh,
wonderful.
So, I do a lot of things with the businesses and help them
Oh,
promote,
I
so.
want to know you so well.
I was gonna say, as far as the press releases or a little, info to put
Yeah.
in the local
Abs-
newspapers.
Absolutely, yeah, and actually television, and it'll get into Fort Wayne. I'm gonna bring some folks to Woodburn.
I can help
Only
you
the
with
good ones, only
the
good
local
people.
newspapers to get.
Oh, my
Yes,
goodness.
and that's one, and that too, I've picked up a few, but, oh, you're gonna be so much help.
We
to me.
like
Thank you.
to make sure that all the businesses, we do little programs or activities. Santa's visit is a big one coming up.
And the nice folks at Brian's here they were very nice to mention you and that you're wonderful at what you do, so thank you.
We try real hard, our little committee, so.
We'll put in a little grease
What's the
there and a
committee
little elbow
called
grease too.
It's Woodburn Main Street, and we have our Facebook page too.
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
We just finished our biggest event for the year where all the businesses decorate a pumpkin and we have a contest.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
here's the
You
winner.
Yeah.
Reigning
I heard it was
champion.
amazing.
That's awesome.
His
But-
first year in and he wins,
Oh,
so.
That's great.
And I didn't even do it.
I mean,
Good
good
thing
thing.
we did it for you.
Who did that?
Collinsworth,
First fight,
Who?
KO.
Grant
I love
Collinsworth,
it.
right?
But thank you so much.
Grant and his wife.
Before we leave, I'll give you
Well,
the
that
Thank
was,
contact.
that was really,
Absolutely.
really good.
But yeah, everybody's been extremely receptive and it's been awesome.
I'm gonna say, it is a really wonderful community.
Yes.
I came out here 20-some years ago, or actually more than that, as their librarian. So I was a librarian here in town for 31 years, so.
It's wonderful.
And I grew up in Fort Wayne, so this was
Yeah.
really a nice change.
And I grew up in Gas City, so this is
Oh.
me coming back to my roots. We had 2 officers and one car when I was there, and they chased us around a lot on my swim, man. we kept them busy, brother. But yeah, I was ornery. But we're looking
Gas City.
forward to that as well. But I was also going to say with what she's saying, and everybody is really warm and very comfortable as long as you don't make all of you mad, and we'll try not to do that. So we've been involved with this for almost 8 months, so we kind of know
It's been, yeah.
the whole
It's been a ride.
transition of that restaurant and the particulars from
Yeah.
those things. So we're really happy to try to put that back together again,
Good.
the right way. So,
Good.
yeah.
Good.
We do it a little differently.
That's good news.
I know. And I
Through-
say that.
Through the process, sorry to mean
Oh, no, sir.
I was just gonna say, through the process, if you run into any issues, just give me a call and we'll see what.
And I would love to sit down with you, and I'll just put it out here right now, in regards to maybe partnering with that lot next door.
Sure.
So we'll just kind of put that out there. Well, I know you have some plans and things, but, I would like to maybe see if there's some way that we can work together to increase our opportunity for maybe a deck on the side and stuff like that, and then maintenance that lot for you and maybe get it back on the rolls as well too,
Oh.
for taxes. And then you still get to do all the things you might wanna do with it as well, and we can actually maybe facilitate help in regards to that as well.
That's great. That's great.
We'll see.
Well,
There's, you know,
A matter
I
of
think-
fact, we have an event coming up very soon
Yes.
that, for that little area,
Yeah.
because our sculpture is coming in a few
Oh,
weeks.
wonderful.
Our bicentennial Allen County sculpture is gonna be here in a couple of
Oh,
weeks.
that's
So, and that's
awesome.
what that little cement piece is
Oh, yeah.
in the front, that's where the sculpture is going.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
So, yeah, we're gonna plan our ribbon cutting here shortly.
Oh, great.
Make sure your sign's up.
Well, yeah, I will.
Before that
Yeah,
happens.
logos to be done, and then all of our t-shirts and all the chef coats and stuff are supposed to be finished, so, and get it to the right guys, and then they'll have it up. They said it only needed a week to turn around, so we'll work on that really quickly, thank you.
Great.
What's the date
I'll
of
do a little
that?
push tomorrow, I'll start pushing.
December 15th.
The 15th, oh, yeah.
Oh my
That's weird.
goodness.
That's
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
we'll
our
definitely
date.
have her signed by then.
All right.
Yeah.
Get
I
your grill,
thought she
get
was
your
saying
grill
the
on.
I was
15th.
supposed to be like our opening, like,
Yeah.
day.
I
So I was
see.
like, oh.
Yeah, we might talk.
We
There
need
could
to
be a
get it,
combination
we
here.
need to get it approved with these.
I understand, that's what I'm saying, no worries.
But that's the date we're
But
aiming
there-
for.
Oh, that's
I love these
It's
types of
day
things,
before my
they just
birthday.
sort of always become better than what I always thought. so.
Well, we've got a
Good.
lot of new
Mm.
homes being
Is that
built here.
news?
A lot of new
4,500
movement.
Did you
permit
know
right
it's
now, you guys
December
did
15th?
27 homes in the last year and a
Yeah,
half, and you got
I knew.
17 lots sold or
About an hour.
pending at this moment. I do my demographics.
Done your homework, yeah.
I do.
All right.
It's, I used to do it
He's
for
a
a living.
research junkie.
Yeah, people used to pay me for that.
Then we got another addition that's
Yes.
going in down here too.
Out
Yeah.
back, yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll find a nice buyer for the dollar.
And
bill,
honestly,
so.
I've got people talking to me,
Yeah.
trying to get a job and maybe move here.
Yeah.
So like, I was like,
Our chef is like, he's getting ready to move, he's looking
Yeah.
for a home, and so Andre's like, hey, man, maybe I'll just get a house here. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's great. It's a wonderful, best school, I mean, per capita,
It's a good school,
and people are solid. But yeah, we're very, very fortunate and very excited to be a part of your community.
Well, thank you for coming.
No
Appreciate it.
worries.
And,
Just the beginning of great things, I hope.
We're
We'll
excited.
do our best.
We're excited.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have you talked to those guys over here at, the, what's that called, Occasion, Main Street Occasions?
Not yet. We're
Oh.
looking forward to it. It's really wild. It's kind of like the Kevin Bacon 7, you know, separation. So everybody just sort of keeps coming through. I don't know how many numbers it was, but you know, it just seemed at that time it seems to happen. It's kind of wild. This person knows that person, and it goes. But we're looking forward to meeting them as well.
Yeah,
And
that's a big
we
opportunity for
we're
you guys
looking
out
forward
there.
to working with other businesses as well. I'm used to doing that. Even other food establishments and stuff where short staff, somebody calls in back, we mercenary go down and help them out. And catering, somebody gets a little bit more than that, we do this. It's just nice. And then bring, you know, cooperatively bring more people and business into the town that will frequent other places and find out the chop shops here. And then, you know, Randy and those guys are doing great and stuff. And it just, that's my plan. If I'm gonna invest my money, marketing money, it's not just to bring them to our business, it's to really shine the town, because that's what really brings people.
Yes.
One business doesn't do it alone, it's a
Right.
village. So,
Right.
yeah, but anyway, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
Yeah.
One thing I would bring people is soft ice cream.
We were talking
Yeah.
about that on the way in.
Yeah.
No, it
I
has
just-
to be real ice cream.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
soft, it's gotta be
Madagascar,
real.
vanilla, and yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is doable. We know someone that crafts the best sorbet I've ever eaten, and I've eaten ice cream in Sicily, so.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. it's-
Sorbet, they're
we
nice.
have connections for something very
Great.
magnificent, actually.
Great.
Fantastic. It'll be
Even
well
more
received.
exciting.
I hope so. We'll
Yes,
do our
you
best
will.
to
Yeah.
honor that.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Alright, so we have under, let's see, okay. I better check off old business first. The latest version of the New Allen Alliance contract was presented
Last time.
last time. Anybody have any thoughts, comments on that?
Questions?
Questions?
Did you have a chance to read through the FAQ and some of the answers to some of those kind of questions and things?
Oh, no.
For the executive
We
position?
need to decide tonight on
Don't have
what,
to decide tonight, but I just wanted to get your thoughts out there so I could, you know, have something else to.
How would they help us if we spend all this money? I mean,
Well, this person would work for the 6 communities
you know,
in East Allen and be directed by those communities. So, that person would be talking to you all, the mayor, and you and people in the community about things that we want, short-term, long-term, for Woodburn, you know, and probably talking like to the restaurants and some of the other businesses in town and stuff like that, to help promote them within East Allen, but also to look for opportunities. Once that person, what I'm thinking, gets to all those 6 communities and kind of has a chance to put together lists of things, like we wanna do a lot of trails and things like that, and we may have other things, maybe a lengthy list. And so will, you know, Hoagland, Harlan, you know, all the other communities will have those same kind of things. And then this person will be able to reach out within government and through other funding things to try to help find funding for projects. Tim, at last month's meeting, said he envisioned this person for smaller grants. They could probably write the grants themselves. For the bigger grants where you're gonna have to go through
Yeah.
somebody bigger that would work on coordinating that. And the idea is to build each of these communities up, and then together for East Allen County, lift all of East Allen County up. You know, the city of New Haven's big,
Yeah,
and they can afford to pay somebody
Oh, yeah.
to do that kind of stuff. Fort Wayne is big, you know, and they can go out and get all these grants. Woodburn, we can't do that by ourselves. And neither can Harlan, Hoagland, any of those 6 communities really can't do it on their own. But by pooling resources and having a person to do that for all of us, individually and collectively, we've got an opportunity to bring that stuff in. You know, if I mentioned trails, we could have several of the communities that trails are interested in. Well, now you got a bigger ask that you can make, and, you know, if you get a grant, you can do that. And then that person would also be able to help, like Christy Kurtz did when we did get the Stellar grant, for all these different communities. She tracked through all the paperwork for that to make sure things were happening, making sure the contracts were getting let. She was contacting the county, the commissioners and stuff, and doing reports for East Allen, and promoting that to the county as well. She had several reports. When I first went on the Alliance, the first meetings, Christy was still working. I went in November and December were her last 2 months as a part of her contract. And in those meetings, she pretty much led those meetings because she knew what was going on. She could talk about what was going on in every community. And, you know, when we brought something up, she was on top of it, and she could just tell everybody where it was at and help to make sure that that stuff moved forward. As volunteers, you know, I can't do that. You know, I don't have the contacts.
Yeah.
When I sit in those meetings, there's different groups that are out there that do,
Oh, really?
you know, ready grants are gonna be coming. There's different grants that are out there, and a lot of these organizations that said in that New Allen Alliance meeting talk about those things, Greater Fort Wayne and all that stuff, and opportunities. But if you don't have somebody that can meet with them, find out what they are, and then figure out how we can work those things, they just sit out there and, you know, nothing
Yeah,
gets done.
yeah, true,
And, you know, I can't do it.
yeah,
I mean, I don't have that kind of time
yeah.
to do it. I mean, you really need a full-time person, and what we're looking to do is hire a professional,
Yeah.
that somebody that's experienced in this kind of work.
Mhm.
So we're not hiring somebody, you know, right out of college
Yeah.
that's gonna have to train and learn. We really are, and a couple of the people that expressed interest, it's been a long time ago now, but they had actually had work within the county, so they were familiar with working at the time with Nelson Peters and,
Mhm.
you know, the different people in the county, so they had contacts already established, so that's really what we would want,
Yeah,
to have somebody that could integrate into the governmental side as well as the community side, the business sides, and put it together. So it would be somebody that would work for Woodburn and the other 5 communities. And the only way it goes is if all 6 are in.
Yeah.
And, it, as Tim said, we asked for 3 years.
Yeah.
While we know that nobody can commit funding for 3 years, but it's kind of like an intention to do it for 3 years, so this person coming in knows they're gonna,
Yeah.
if they're coming from a different job, that they're gonna have something for at least 3 years,
Mhm.
is the idea. And then hopefully it's going so well at that point that we wanna continue this
Yeah.
model on out, whether it's with that person or somebody else, but
Are you getting any feedback from the other towns?
they've all, well, I personally haven't went to them, Tim said he's went to Leo, and Leo was like, yeah, we're interested, but we wanna wait till next month to talk about it some more, and I think Grable's done the same thing, so several of them have been doing that, and kinda, we'll wait till next month to do it. They're not gonna push we'd like to have it, you know, as soon as people are ready to do it. Obviously, we want all 6 in, no arm twisting. We want
Yeah.
everybody to understand that it's in everybody's best interest to do this and want to do it. If necessary, we could have a joint meeting, try to put that together. Those things are really tough.
Yeah,
But to put that together, if that's what the communities wanted, thought we'd start, you know, one community at a time. We've been talking about this for a long, long time.
Yes.
I think it's been 3-4 years probably, and more intensely over the last year as we've gotten the New Allen Alliance more formed up, got our bylaws in place and all that kind of stuff done, and gotten set up as the volunteer organization that moving forward.
well, I think, well, and we supported the money, you know, for it. I think we do support the idea. Just need, I think the question's been needing more clarity on the job. So,
Didn't they say the
I would
job
say
description
Woodburn should be the
was
leaders of
different?
this. You
I'm
know,
sorry?
if nobody else is stepping up, if we can be the leaders of it and, you know,
Yeah.
get those details nailed down, I'm supportive of us heading the charge on this.
That would be great.
So we've had the money budgeted, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that just this year or the year before?
You've had the last 3 years?
3 years.
Yeah.
I
So
did,
does it slush over or not?
No.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, you just budget it for,
Okay.
It either gets used for something else
Yeah.
or it doesn't get used.
yeah.
We haven't used it, have we?
No.
Yeah, I would personally like to see us go in first, but that's
You
you
suppose,
guys' choice.
if you have, is it Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Tim
he,
Wright,
if, you have his contact information, maybe I could sit down with him too
I
sometime.
can certainly do that,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd be happy to.
He works full-time. He couldn't make it tonight. He's got 3 children and they're in 3 different cities, and so grandma's taking one and he and his wife are each taking one somewhere, so he couldn't make it tonight. But, yeah, I can give you his contact information. if you
When the
wanna talk to
grandkids
him.
come. When the grandkids come.
Oh, yeah.
Was, so this new Allen Alliance, you guys got us a grant before, just being a volunteer organization.
Wasn't a grant, it was helped us get the stellar designation, which opened the doorway for different organizations to give us grants,
Yeah,
yes.
so you got 3 or 4 different grants,
Yeah.
Off of that.
yeah, off the original
Designation.
designation, yeah.
And back at that time, his name just slipped my mind, it was
Ken?
Ken Castleman
Yeah.
was the president of it. He had worked with government, and his job allowed him to pretty much work full-time for the New Allen Alliance. He was a volunteer, he never got paid by them, but he could work full-time. And so he was actively involved with getting some of that stuff lined up.
He's employed by the county, something.
So I guess the question comes down to it, I think.
He was head of trails for a while.
Yeah, he was employed by the county, that's why he was working full-time for that position.
Is the city gonna get its money back? I mean, this is a $90,000, almost $100,000 commitment. I think it is, might be, what is it,
Yeah,
33,000?
3 years, yeah.
33,000 back a year in
Are,
grants.
are you gonna get 100,000 over the next 3 years, or are we gonna get $100,000 back off of it? If we get anything more than that, then I don't know why we wouldn't do it.
That, we didn't wanna make any commitments like that.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
because then, if this thing goes forward and you hire that person in April of next year, they've got a year to come up with 33,000 for every city, or people are gonna.
No, that's not what I'm asking. It's a 3 year. If you guys are thinking long term, you guys are thinking you wanna bring this person on for 3 years, then that's what it has to be looked at, of a 3 year commitment. So you got 3 years to get $100,000.
Yeah, altogether.
Is it possible? Is it likely? I mean, you guys have the experience here of people who've dealt with them.
I would say a 3-year commitment is perfect because we'll probably have a new board here in 3 years, you know, maybe, but potentially, or maybe if all of you wanna run again, you'll still be here, you know? You know, and at the end of 3 years, we can evaluate, like you're saying, hey, was it worth it? Was it not worth it? You know, what did we get? And we can decide to continue or not continue.
In
Yeah.
my mind, that shouldn't be a problem, you know, because beyond just those dollars, the idea of promoting all 6 communities and all the stuff you could bring in, we may have additional businesses that are in here because of this kind of stuff. Maybe needing to have more houses built because people are wanting to move out here because we have stuff, you know, that there's a abundance of possibilities, but you can't say that any one of them are gonna, you know, it's gonna happen.
But then you also have, this is one guy.
But I can guarantee you,
You're not talking about hiring a staff of people.
no.
So he's not gonna go out and do every single thing that's set out on this list. He's not gonna go out and get us hundreds of $1,000s of rain and bring in this stuff. I mean, he's one guy. So how much are we limited with the money that we are putting into it by being one person? That's my question.
Well, there's a whole, I mean, there's a
Yeah.
whole,
Yeah, the only thing I can guarantee you is that if we continue on the way we're doing it, as a volunteer committee, we're gonna talk about putting together some training sessions, like once a month or maybe once a quarter, for the towns to attend meetings and maybe have some food there for them. And that's what you're gonna get out of the New Allen Alliance. You know, when you bring a professional in, that stuff still probably will happen, because that was one of the things that's in there, but there is a ton more that's gonna happen. I don't know, in 3 years from now, or maybe 2 years from now, because of what's going on, there may be a need to have some more people working, I don't know. Well, we don't wanna plant that as, you know, that's a plan, that, you know, this is, you know, we're gonna have a bunch of people doing it.
Well, isn't it that this one person can probably get 10 other people involved in doing the actual activities for these communities?
what you're gonna have is the community members wanting to do these things that
Some
are
of
already there. And he can sort of facilitate
Right.
them to work together, yeah.
Yep. And as you find what other communities are doing, that's gonna just spur each of the others to wanna do things and coordinate those things together.
So this is before my time, but how did we get the money and did we approve them originally?
For
Then,
what?
Say that again.
did we approve the hiring of this individual originally, then set a budget, or
Yeah, I
Yeah,
set up the
understand
budget,
that.
or?
It was, I think that we first approved it like 2 years ago, when they.
So we approved the whole thing?
First
You
approved.
No.
You tentatively approved,
33,000 a year.
you put money back because
We didn't put
you
money
were
back.
approached by these
We
guys
budgeted.
to, if we can get somebody, are you in favor of it? So you put money back in case you were in favor of it.
Okay, so. it's
Yeah,
more
you put it there
contingent.
just in case it was ready to go.
Okay.
Cause some communities haven't put it back, and that's what they're probably running into. Cause
Grable hasn't
if
put it back.
well, if this had been 4 months ago, it had been brought up, they could've put it in their budgets. But it was brought up right as budget times were done.
Yeah.
So it was kind of it was bad timing, more or less.
He was here, no, he was here, you were here months ago, you were here
Not
before
there.
budget.
Yeah, but
He was here months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other ones already had theirs done before.
I've been involved with this
Yeah.
for
This has been going on for a long
It'll be
time.
like
yeah.
probably 2 years this month that I've been involved with it, and we have talked about it.
Here.
And it really, and we spent a full year just trying to figure out where this position would be housed. Who would, you know, Woodburn can't afford to add an employee in that would do this work, and who would do that? And so it took a long time to get with the county, and then once the county had all kinds of approval things to get them on board with it and where they would house it. And concern from the county that they didn't wanna add a position to the county, that if all the towns 2 years from now said, we're done funding it, now the county has to pay for this position. So getting that coordinated where now you're housing the position, but you're not responsible for paying the salaries and stuff like that.
They're not, are they putting this 30-something $1,000s in as well?
They're putting 60 in, 66, they're putting
They're
66 in.
doing two of the small towns.
Was it in the contract? I thought on the contract it had 6 people.
It was Harlan, which is the county's paying, and then, Hoagland, the county's paying. Those two communities are
Oh,
being paid by the
they're
county.
paying for those communities.
Yeah,
Right.
cause they're unincorporated technically.
Oh, okay.
Towns.
I didn't understand
Yeah,
that. When I was looking in them documents,
We've been talking about it for a long time, that's why it's
Yeah.
in ours, but it wasn't, like, our discussion, that has not been at a couple of other board members.
are these the places that don't have it budgeted? Who else doesn't have it budgeted besides those two?
Monroe didn't have it budgeted,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and Leo didn't have a budget either, but they said they'd come up with the money.
Oh, okay,
Cause it just came in after everything was finalized.
gotcha.
We always had it in ours, so it wasn't not a big issue.
Well, I was wondering why.
Yeah.
Why the county
I think
wasn't on
Graham
that, I didn't
had it.
realize that they were putting up their portion of the money for those two cities.
But county hasn't given, county hasn't signed anything either.
But I think they were kinda, it sounded like they were kinda waiting to see what everybody else was gonna do.
If
they,
did,
they said that if those two communities wanted, you know, if all six wanted to go forward, they would fund for those two communities.
Oh,
So if one nixes it, the whole
So
thing's done,
It's
right?
done.
Do we need to keep talking about it, or can we
no,
figure
I
out
think
what
we need to do
here?
something, get it
Yeah.
off the
I
ground.
mean, you've been here month after
Yeah.
month, and
yeah,
seems like we ought to move on to other
that's why I
stuff.
say I think Woodburn should head the charge since
Yeah.
nobody else is making a
Yeah.
decision.
So what do we need to do? Just
Make a motion.
take a motion or?
Make a motion to approve the interlocal agreement, right?
And you need your attorney to
The
look
signing
at
of
it
the
first.
contract, yeah.
That's a good question,
The
right?
county's the one that
Has,
did the contract.
has Kevin looked
The
this up?
interlocal agreement,
That's,
their attorney.
I have not sent anything over to Kevin.
Kevin hasn't seen it, so
So-
that's
I would just say you tentatively approve it on the
Yeah.
attorney's
Yeah.
approval.
approval, that's good.
You guys are in favor of moving forward, getting this ball rolling, moving forward.
Yes,
If the other two reject it, that's better counsel, if they all go with it, then
It's
we're
not even
probably
with the
winning.
other two.
Or one, whatever,
Yeah.
yeah,
If any of the other five don't,
yeah.
then we're back
Well,
to the drawing.
two are probably guaranteed, the two
Yeah.
that the county's paying for, what do they care?
Yeah.
They're getting the money,
And
they're not putting anything up.
Yeah.
And then us would make three, so you're just waiting on the
The
other
other
three.
authority being the.
Yeah, I think we will go to.
There's
But
an
I don't know, I'm
advantage
not
to
sure.
that.
Yeah, a little bigger.
But I think once
Yeah.
these other communities see it, there's confidence in it, I think they would probably follow. John, what do you think, good?
Does put some strength. Go for it.
I'd make a tentative motion then, I guess, or.
So, we can, if somebody wants to move to, approve it pending what
the
the
attorney.
attorney
Yeah,
says about it.
that's what I'm doing.
So you're doing-
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you say?
Do we have a
That's
second?
what I'm doing.
Second.
Well, put the words in my mouth,
Kinda
thank
said
you.
it in the question before, so I'm sorry about that.
That was awesome.
All those in favor?
Oh, that's good.
All right.
So we're the
Sorry
first one
about
out
that.
to shoot, right? All right.
So after Kevin looks at it, then you can go ahead and send it in.
And I'd
Yeah.
like to thank you.
Yep.
And
Yep.
this may be a historic night.
Yes.
Take that back to them and just say, you know, that
Oh, I'm
Woodburn
gonna
wants
text
to,
Tim here when I get out of the meeting, and let him know that.
appreciate that. And thank you
And I'll
for,
get his information to you.
I say this all the time, I thank you once again for being Woodburn's rep on this. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
That one meeting, we laid into you, I think everybody had questions for you, you just, you know,
Yeah.
feel bad for you, so.
Yeah,
You were persistent though.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Okay, so at the Board of Works meeting, we approved, so here's what we're doing, I feel like council should know. We're doing another sewer study, I'm getting everybody heartburn, I know. So,
yeah,
this study is going to be, what it's gonna look like for out-of-city rates as opposed to in-city rates. Okay, so it's something we should have been doing a long time ago, because a third of the payments that out-of-city people make, don't actually go towards the utility like in-city. Because part of it is funded by tax revenue as well. So, we're doing that study. Also, you're probably aware of the situation where, Mylan Township has been refusing to pay their hydrant fees.
Still, huh?
Still, so I initiated FSG to have a study done, to seems like all we do is have studies done. I don't- That's the way you gotta do it.
Yeah,
To analyze what we would charge for, hydrant fees for people outside the city, like Woodburn residents each pay a hydrant fee. The townships on the outside just pay a bulk rate for the amount of ones they have. Well, like I said, the township from Mylan Township trustee has been refusing to pay, so we're reverting to that. We're gonna put the fee on all of our utility customers outside the city to pay for that. It's not charging extra, it's just reverting from the township paying in one lump sum to the resident individuals paying, so that's what we're doing for that.
Joe, can I ask you a question about that real quick?
Yes.
When this new study, are they gonna were they taking in consideration everybody who uses the hydrants or everyone who has access to it, including everyone in the city and out of the city, and then divided amongst everyone equally? Or is it everybody who's out the city they're gonna divide that number up and they would have a different number? Or is it even across the board? Do you know?
Without signing this and having them do it, my thoughts are it's all gonna be the same
Okay.
for everybody. However, the water rate is currently 25% higher, so, when they come back with the study, they will know, standard practice in other communities too, so that's what we'll kinda go by. you
Gotcha.
know, So, it might be that the hydrant fee will be 25% higher outside the city also.
Gotcha.
A little bit.
I see.
Are they looking at they're gonna look at our rate structure also,
Yes.
like overall rate structure, cause that could be rebalanced?
Yeah, because, yeah, so that, the hydrant fees pay for hydrants, you don't have to pay for anything else.
So I was referring to, like, our current rate structure is like, first 0 through 2,000 gallons is one fee, then the next 3,000 gallons, well, that's kinda the same there, but once you get like over 10,000 gallons, the rate structure changes. It gets cheaper the more you use. Sometimes, like, that structure can be readjusted also to be more cost effective. I know they're gonna look into that also.
They will.
I would assume they would,
Yeah,
that's
they
what, I
will.
mean, when I look at their thing, I assume that they may adjust to the rate structure, where your lower end is not, your higher end covers a little bit more your lower end fees. It does naturally anyway, even though it looks like it's cheaper.
Yeah.
But they use the mass quantities of water, but it may be a little bit of adjustment, it may adjust a little bit of stuff around.
Yeah.
Make sure that was in there too, I thought I read it in there.
Well, another thing is those hydrant fees were set how many years ago?
Correct, it was a number thrown dartboard.
Yeah. I asked if legally we can just all of a sudden just apply the fees. Legally, we can do that. Our attorney advised against that, because if somebody had a question about something like that, about the fee, we wouldn't have anything to back why we're charging that fee. So I think it's best that we have it actually analyzed so that we're charging everybody fairly based on what the financial.
Adjusted, it was based off of what the rate increase was gonna be. It was gonna
Yeah.
be 250 way back in the day, they added the
Yeah.
higher fee, that's where it came from.
So, I'm all about making sure the utility is sustainable.
Can I add something on that
Yep,
too, that I
yep.
forgot? But I don't know if it's council or Board of Works too, something that we talked about last week. We'll need to have Kevin draft an ordinance, and we'll have to pass it as well, to charge people who have chargebacks on their utility payments. Because right now with the new payment process that we have, Invoice Cloud, that if someone has a return payment, we get charged for it.
oh, really?
The old PSN, they never charged us, and the bank doesn't charge us, but Invoice Cloud does charge us. So we'll have Kevin draft up an ordinance for if people have return payments, that we can add it to their next bill or whatever like that. So I just want to make you guys aware.
We don't already do that?
No, we never had to, because he only added online payments not that long ago, 2020 maybe.
Oh, I see. So
And-
there's a fee for that, is what you're saying, per bill?
Yeah, anybody who has a return payment. So if
Well,
someone
you
goes
mean
on,
like an NSF check, is that what you're saying? Okay.
so right now, if someone writes a bad check and gives it to Kim, and Kim takes it to the bank, the bank doesn't charge us anything.
Right,
They don't charge us anything.
right.
But when someone is on the online payment processor and they use a credit card or a check or a bank account, and it's going to get approved, and then later on it gets charged back, that Invoice Cloud charges us money for that.
What are they charging us?
I think it's $15.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That
we're
can
gonna.
add up.
So yeah. So
So
we don't
what are
have
doing
anything
with that money? I mean, are we
right
just-
now. We're just paying it. We've only had one
Oh,
since we've had Invoice Cloud, but it's something that we're gonna have to get done soon. That we were not.
absolutely.
That way we're
yeah.
not continuing to pay
What will
that.
that do though if we get the attorney to write up something? Well, that's,
We can't do it unless we have an ordinance that says we do it.
Yes.
So
Yeah, we'll have to have a meeting with it and everything.
we can't
Um,
charge fees unless there's an ordinance that says.
I see.
But with the new system, there's a nice place that Kim can add it in there. That if there's a return payment, all she does is check the box and it goes on to their next
And it will
bill.
be added to their bill?
Yep.
Gotcha, okay.
Way to do it, yeah.
So
Yep.
just so you guys know that is coming. I haven't contacted Kevin yet, but we'll get with him soon and have him draft something up. It's going to be very, very simple. I printed off one for Joe for a place over for a city in Ohio, and it's basically just stating if you have a return payment that we charge $10. It's a real cheap fee. It's not something that's meant to bring in extra income.
Just make
I-
it equal to what the bank charges us.
Yeah.
A $10
yeah.
fee, a $10 fee plus all charges it takes to get it. So
Right,
yeah.
good idea.
But I just remember that. Then you were talking about that. I just want to let you guys know.
Well, that's fine. Thank you. Okay. The last thing on the studies,
Yeah.
gosh, here we go. The next annexation for the new North American Cold Storage Building and the properties around there. I'm initiating the fiscal study done for that. So, that one, I gotta pull that up in the report here. Can't remember which one that was. Water review.
Is that the 24?
So just like we did with the annexation that's going through right now, we had to have a fiscal study done. So they can determine that. So I need, you all got that in your
Yeah,
minutes. I'm asking for approval to do that, to move forward with that study, to move forward with the other annexation.
I make a motion to approve to go forward with that agreement.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. All right,
Is that everyone?
that's everyone.
Okey-dokey.
And the last thing, I think, and I have all these small PDFs in here, it's like hard
Yeah,
to.
Trying to fix it.
No, you're fine.
I'm working on it. I'll get us a system that works.
That's all right. Okay, we talked about, about a month ago, or maybe 2 months ago, about having a trail study done, to map out trails in the city, so that in future planning, if we have this study done, if we wanna apply for grants to, add trails and phases, we can. I think as Allen County is adding trails throughout Fort Wayne and to the county, eventually they're gonna be able to connect to us. And I think having a solid trail system throughout the city is good. More and more people like trails and like to walk. This was presented by Beth a couple months ago. And I'm just circling back to see if we can get that approved. We're using our remaining ARPA money to pay for it, so it's not coming out of anything extra. The American Recovery Act money that we received 2 years ago from the all the COVID stuff that was going on.
Yeah, that money has to be allocated to something by December 31st of this year. And if it's not, it goes back to the federal government. So
And where's this at? What
this one is,
that,
it's
that one?
24, I think it's the first one, yep. Yep, it's this one right here. So it's the trail study. And then
and how much, and it was,
the last page has the price.
okay, I looked at this earlier, but
So this is the whole plan.
So what this will do is, the area that I mapped out for them around Woodburn, they will analyze every single section and say, okay, if you wanna put it in this section, you gotta remove these 2 poles and you gotta get this right away and all this stuff. So we'll know exactly what we need to do when we're planning these trails. So.
That would probably help at the point of getting bids to do the work,
Yes.
because you'd be able to lay that out, I
Yep.
would imagine.
Yep.
I'm not seeing the fee on that.
It's the last page, all the way at the bottom. At the top of the last page. Nope, keep going. That's the dates, or how long it would take right there.
Oh. And we have this in our budget?
Yep. And if we don't spend it, it goes away anyway.
Ah,
We have, I think, $221,000 left from the American Rescue Plan.
but this is
money?
a one-time fee, right?
This is not to exceed, yes, this is the whole plan for that amount.
51?
$51,800.
Yep.
How
So
long
we
do
need to-
have on that money,
Huh?
How long do we have on that?
Just to the end of the year?
December 31st.
If we don't have it, we don't have to spend it, we have to have it allocated towards something. We have to be under contract to spend the money, yes.
The US Treasury will suck it back out if we don't
Yeah.
spend it.
They
Yeah.
take back out whatever we don't spend.
Okay, so we need to approve that this evening?
Yes.
I move to approve, and let me get to the top of this, sorry. The agreement for consultants to do a study.
Do you have a second?
All those in favor, raise your right hand. That's everybody present.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. I think this is really important for the city.
Yeah.
Listed in that, you had it where we could connect into other cities as well too, right?
Yep.
So in future, if these other places, we could also go to these, you could take it to New Allen Alliance.
Say what?
That's right where it should go when the study's done.
You could take it to New Allen Alliance and give it to their guy and say, look, here, we had this plan, go to these other cities and
Ah.
ask them how they can get hooked into us.
All you gotta do is get to us. We have everything laid out in the city already.
Yep.
Wow,
It would
good.
be our guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll have ice cream.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
It's good.
I'm enjoying it myself.
We'll have a connection right to the ice cream window.
Bicycle right on by.
Yeah.
Drive up.
Okay,
You can charge up your e-bike.
we've gotten a lot accomplished.
Last thing I wanna mention is, we have a resident from the city of Woodburn that is the latest recipient of, and this is gonna sound self-serving, I know, that is the latest recipient of the Sagamore the Wabash Award. She is also the first lady of Woodburn,
Oh,
I seen that,
and the CEO of Safe Haven Baby Boxes, Monica Kelsey. I just wanted to put that in the minutes and give her congratulations
yeah.
for winning for being awarded the Sagamore.
yeah,
Award.
that's a great award.
That was in the paper, wasn't
I believe so.
Yeah.
That's how he found out.
Front page.
That's the way it usually works in my house.
That was on the news too.
It was.
it?
Oh, yeah, well, I seen it on the news.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we
I was
saw
looking
that.
for you and you weren't even there.
No, she, the background. I want to thank Congressman Heine for nominating her too.
That's
Nice.
like the highest civil honor in the state of Indiana.
Yep,
Yep.
yeah, it is.
So, yep, very proud of her. Very proud.
It's wonderful.
All right, that's all I have on my checklist. John, did you have? I'm sorry. Steve, you walked in. Did you want to have any questions or say anything?
No, I was just here to support Marty.
All right. Yeah. All right. We're all happy. Oh, Jeannie, I'm sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
We will be taking our bows down tomorrow that we put up for National Breast Cancer Month. I doubt if you can save them though, after weather and
Yeah.
other things, but they're not that expensive, so I don't think it's a big deal. But the main thing is, they have said that the sculpture is going to come on November 12th. And we were trying to decide on a date for the ribbon cutting, which Santa is coming to town on Saturday, December 14th. So we know we'll have people in town that day, so we could combine the two things and do a ribbon cutting and then go down and greet Santa as he comes into town. We'd really like to have some people in town for our ribbon cutting. And I'm afraid that if we don't do it in combo with something else, we might not have very many people for it. And besides, then we can do a one-time food thing too for, because when Santa comes, we have chili, we have cookies, we have hot chocolate, and who knows what else. So we already have the food all set, so we would just be able to have our little announcement and cut the ribbon and then say, join us for refreshments and meet Santa. But we wanted to make sure that this date was okay with city council.
What day of the week is Santa?
Saturday.
What date did you say
That's
that
great.
it was being delivered?
The statue is supposed to be coming the 12th
Of this month.
of this month.
Okay, 12.
Next week.
All right.
Not to put pressure on, but I've already been, you were talking about trying to get a press release, and so I've already talked to Lindsay about putting it in a press release that we were gonna have ours prior to Santa arriving at 11.
Cause they wanted us right away to do their press release.
We talking December?
December.
Okay. So it arrives in December also?
No, no.
It
Arrives this month,
next week.
unveiling next
Okay.
month.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Some of them aren't gonna do it until next year.
No.
You know, it wasn't critical that it's done right away,
Mhm.
but
Like I said,
We
this
kinda
seems
wanted
like
to
the
do it
perfect opportunity.
Sure.
'Cause we have such a good turnout for Santa that,
So
probably-
December 14th is when you're gonna set it up?
Yeah, where Sandy comes to.
Santa is scheduled to arrive at 11, so if we did our ribbon cutting at 10, then we could just invite, the folks to come down to the clock tower and have refreshments and also meet Santa.
and
That's the
we're-
15th, right?
The 14th.
14th.
That's on a Saturday.
Saturday the
Yeah.
14th. That means Friday the 13th, the day before.
So,
And so we would be asking like you, Mayor, maybe to say a few words. We're gonna
Yeah.
be, the county, commissioners, council, we're gonna be inviting them. The artist, maybe, we'll even have
We're hoping
And-
that he will come.
Alex Hall, the person that's heading up the whole sculpture project.
Yeah.
There, a lot of people are gonna contact to try to have a nice event. And maybe if you guys are open, they could
I was gonna
Yeah.
say it's gonna be right in front of the
coffee and
new.
donuts or something
I had to write it down.
beforehand.
Before the, yeah.
I have no issues with that.
it's not mounted though, right? Whoever delivers it, just, do we know how, we got,
They're supposed to be mounting it.
no, Herb said last time,
Whoever's delivering it's mounting it.
Yeah, they're mounting it. yeah.
oh, okay,
Oh,
Herb,
okay.
last month, or last meeting, Herb, you said they
You
were
know
not
for
mounting
sure.
it.
My paperwork says, yeah, they said between the 12th, I thought it was the 12th to the 15th when they were delivering, but they give you a solid day, the 12th.
They said the 12th.
Were we able to get lighting hooked up?
Beforehand?
Lighting for it.
Like, remember we had talked about having
Yeah,
the
that'd
two
be
lights
nice.
on it that
Yeah.
light up when the street lights come on?
Yeah, that'd be
I mean, with
nice.
Mike and see
Or,
if we
or I can call somebody who does
I can
that.
call Mike and see if I can get that to happen.
Okay, I
I mean,
appreciate
'cause
that.
where it's at, my bill just put them right in the flower flower box and shoot right at it.
Oh, perfect, yeah, yeah.
So we just wanted to make sure this date was okay with everybody for this event.
I think so, you guys?
I'm all, that's fine.
It'll be lit up, cause there is the light there, but it's not like
Okay.
a super bright, but yeah, maybe get something pointing right at it.
Sure. It's great. Be something
Sounds good.
kinda neat when you're driving in at night. See.
Yeah.
Of course, all of you are invited, besides the mayor.
And we will be reaching out to the other communities, you know, that have them.
Yeah,
So any of their folks that wanna come and be a part of ours,
yeah, yeah.
just like hopefully they'll invite
Us to
us to
theirs.
theirs.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
So anyhow, that's our big thing, I just wanna make sure everybody was okay, and so.
I'm okay with it. You're okay?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right.
Great.
And like I said, we're gonna take care of the ribbons, so.
I have a check for you for those as well, so
Okay.
before you leave.
All right, and we talked about that we're gonna start it earlier and we can actually purchase more ribbons and just store them for next year so that we could, cause they charge quite a bit for postage, but the ribbons aren't that expensive, so anyhow.
Of course.
but We've had a lot of compliments on them too, so
Yeah, it looks nice. Thank you.
you're
Looks
welcome.
nice out there. All right.
I drove past Linwood, the garbage was emptied out. There's still
Yay.
some cardboard or something along the fence.
What about the mattress?
Everything's gone.
Really? Yay.
Just maybe some cardboard pieces that fell off, but nothing major.
Great.
Thanks to both of you for working hard on that.
Well,
Appreciate
yeah, thank you.
that.
It's just gonna keep going,
Oh, yeah.
is it?
Until next month, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what's the solution? There's
Until
no
they
solution?
move out and somebody else moves out and
Yeah.
throws a mattress.
Yeah.
Has anybody, I mean, it keeps getting overflowed like that. They need
All
an
the
extra
time.
dumpster?
Yeah, they have
That's
two.
what they need is another dumpster. in there.
Yeah, I agree, but that probably won't happen. They didn't paint like they said they were going to
No.
either.
I'm sure the neighbor across the street in the house that came into the council,
Yeah.
I'm sure he appreciates it too.
Yes, that's an eyesore.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like hard dumpsters, they get
Right
filled up.
out in front
random.
door.
Did have they fixed the site or the street yet?
Uh-uh.
Boy, all that stuff he said he was gonna do.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sure the people that live there are
Eh,
upset about it too.
I would
Yeah.
think
I
so.
mean, I get
I
they
would
do
raise
it,
that
but
That
guy.
would
there, yeah.
damage your
Yeah.
car
Yeah.
very badly. That's bad back there.
Well, think about kids walking around at night, you know,
Yeah.
maybe
Trip.
trick or treaters gonna fall, you know,
Right,
trip in there.
right. It's,
Other than that, that's all I have.
All right, thank you, John. Terry?
Yeah, a week or so ago, I was driving down Becker Road and this guy pulled out a new addition, just drove and I thought, wow, the guy pulled out in front of me. Then I got to realizing, I bet they don't have a stop sign. And they don't have a stop sign. And I don't know what we do about that, or
There's
that's,
none of them in there at all, I don't think.
yeah,
really?
right,
Who's in
That's
charge of
not
that?
good.
yeah.
You guys or?
Brian,
Way to go, Ryan. You're falling off your
Technically, really no, but I'm sure they never put up, so
Yeah.
they should have put them up with the addition.
Yeah, they should have.
Right.
Actually,
Yeah.
you can call the county and county law enforcement. 'Cause
Yeah.
We were told that we were allowed to buy any signs for there, it's part of the county's
Yeah.
thing for them.
Okay, so,
But they're
can you
not
call the sign
county.
shop, maybe?
Yeah.
Call
Well,
us.
I have stop signs.
Oh, you do?
They're in the city now.
So is that true with the new addition back here too, right? Couldn't we get those put up?
Which ones?
Right off of Ash Street? The new addition that's going in? Mommy Meadows?
There's not gonna be a stop sign down there.
There's no stop sign on the streets, honey.
There's stop on Ash,
No, in the new addition.
Oh, no, they're supposed to put them in there wherever they want them at, but yeah.
And this group wasn't supposed to do that?
They were supposed to, I'm
Oh.
just sure they just
it's a
didn't.
different developer. It's a different
Yeah.
owner.
Yeah, I know.
Should we contact the developer, or should I?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, should I do that, or I know,
It's just easy for me to go out and stick a sign in, and it's not an issue, so.
okay.
I know county, I went to order street signs and stuff, and they said, nope, that's all part of the
May-
developer.
Maybe we could say we stuck we stuck a stop sign in the exit right there, so people wouldn't pull out.
Yeah.
If you could get the rest of them in the addition, that'd be great. Maybe we could do something like that.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, cause really technically none of it, and there's ours yet.
Right, right.
I got a certain distance to be away from Becker Road or another street. It can't be right close, can it? Is there a
Well,
distance?
it'll have to be back up, it'll have to be back up inside the addition a little bit, but,
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 5 feet inside the curb line.
Oh, okay.
Good problems to have.
Sometimes if you wait for a developer, it'll be weeks before it come out here.
Oh, yeah.
Matter of it be going slapping one in.
But aren't they building more houses back in there, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a whole nother,
They're putting, I don't know if it's phone or power's going in right now.
Yeah, that's nice back in there.
more water
There's some-
usage.
Beautiful homes.
Yeah, they're nice. Close together, pretty close
Yeah,
together.
Yeah.
People want,
Yep.
Yeah.
Anything else, sir?
that's it.
No, sir.
No?
No?
No? All right. Well,
Oh.
Francis?
Anything for Francis?
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, 'cause I went and looked at Lindenwood, and that's the first time I've seen them cleaned up for a long time.
Yep.
Hopefully they keep it that way, but that's all I got.
By the way, that reminds me, I had a conversation with the developer out there, that addition, and houses probably won't get started to be built till spring.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a few plans to turn into NDOT, so he's gonna have to wait. And he asked me if he could haul trucks down Ash Street, and I told him, I gave my word to those residents that you wouldn't be driving down there, and he said, I respect that, so he's not gonna do that, so.
Good.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
What, there's a sign on our road that as you go out to Bull Rapids,
Okay.
there's a big sign up that says construction ahead, or what is it?
Road work.
Yeah, road work.
County,
Redoing Bull Rapids.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the county.
But why is it on our street?
Well, it's on Joe Street.
Yeah.
yeah,
Which
Really?
goes nowhere.
just to let
Yeah,
people
I
know,
don't-
it's gonna, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, I know.
I mean,
Yeah, I know.
That is, it's like,
Yeah, I couldn't
Nothing happens on
understand
Joe
that, cause it's only on one side, and the side is heading,
Well,
what is,
because the construction is going, when you're leaving where your house is, the construction is that direction.
Yeah.
wow.
See, he's got all the streets on both sides of the road. Like
So when is
across
that
Ash
supposed to
Street,
be completed, do you
one going the
know?
other direction too.
Do you know when that's supposed to be completed?
Is that the expansion?
No, that was the asphalting that
Yeah.
they did. I don't know if they're done. They're still
They're
working.
pretty
Oh.
close.
They're still working the other direction out there.
Somebody said they're almost all the way done to 37th.
Yeah, they're
Bull
they're
Rapids.
yeah they're pretty
They're
close.
about ready to pick up signs and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
good,
Wow.
okay.
That'll make it nice.
Yeah, but it's.
Yeah, I was just puzzled by that sign,
Yeah.
'cause it's
I know.
only on one side,
Well,
and you can't,
if you come in from the other way on Ash, you come that way. There's on one side, on the opposite side. There's one side. All those streets got signs on them.
Yeah.
It's the
really?
craziest thing. I
Yeah.
call them Loki's. I'm like, why?
Yeah, we couldn't understand
Because he had
that.
an extra sign on the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably,
Yeah.
I ain't taking it
yeah.
back to the yard. We're going home. That's what I'm saying.
8 of them?
8 of them.
He said,
It's
well,
quitting
we got
time,
one
I'm going
more
home.
out, quitting time, the
Yeah.
still is, let's throw one more
So
out.
there's one down by your house?
Yeah.
There was, at least,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Front Street's got it. Maple's got it.
That doesn't
Hickory's
even
got
make
it.
sense.
Well, there's probably a regulation that says
Yeah,
they
there's
have to put
regulation,
them
yeah,
out.
so many
and-
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
government regulations.
You're coming up
Really?
this road being worked on, they gotta have a sign, like you said, both ways.
That's,
Could put one around Bull Rapids Road, you leave town, it'll serve the same purpose.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
But it is a regulation that when they do that, it gets something.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
All's in favor? All right.
Dean, you didn't hesitate on that one.
Sure did.